Hi, this is Mike from PA Woodlands. Welcome back. Today, the weather's finally breaking. It's been a long winter. I was hoping today was going to be nicer. It's probably like 40 degrees. The snow is melting, but it's still not very nice. And back here where we are, it's very wet and swampy. So I've been dying to sight in a new gun that I got. I got it probably a year ago. I haven't fired it yet. I did bore sight it. I have one of those bore sights that you stick in the barrel end, close the chamber, and shines the light down the barrel. I did bore sight it. Whether it's on or not, I guess we're going to find out. If you want to come take a look, we'll see what we'll be shooting today. What we're going to shoot is a Remington 870. This gun was purchased at Dick's Sporting Goods. They sell what they call, I think it's called a hunter's pack. And it comes with two barrels. It comes with the rifle barrel. The thing will shoot 2 3/4 or 3-inch chamber shells. This one comes with a rifle barrel with a scope attached. This package also comes with another barrel. You undo this little nut right there. The whole barrel comes off. And then it has the rem choke system where you can put the varying chokes in there if you're going to hunt small game or squirrel or shoot geese or whatever. But this is the deer slug barrel, the rifle barrel. You shoot non-rifled slugs with this. They refer to them as savet slugs, I guess. This is the one that I have. It's a Winchester. It's a 3-inch, 2,000 feet per minute or per second velocity, and a 300 grain bullet. It has a little plastic insert that goes in there that supposedly mushrooms the end of the thing out. But we're not shooting at deer today, since as I said, this is the first shot I'm taking with this gun. I put a piece of cardboard out there across the field over there. It's only 45 meters away, so that's just a little under 50 yards, I believe. So since I only bore sighted it, I'm going to take a couple shots at what I consider fairly close range, 50 yards, and then maybe we'll see if we can sight it out to 75 or so today. I'm not looking to do anything. Where I live in Pennsylvania, it's shotgun zone. You can't hunt with rifle, shotgun only. So this is my my deer gun. Like I said, I haven't hunted deer in years, but when I do, this is the gun I'm going to try. I'm only going to put one slug in the gun. I'm not going to load it up. There's a pump action gun, 8.7 pump. I'm not going to put more than one shell in because I'm just going to fire, and then I'm going to go look and see what we have. So with that, this scope that it comes with, this came mounted on the barrel already, is a 3 to 9. I don't know what the brand name is. It's I'm sorry, it's not a 3 to 9. It's a 2 to 7. 2 to 7 by 32. I have the power pumped all the way up to 7. So it's kind of a no-name scope, but hopefully it's made for shotguns. So we'll see if she's any good. So here we go. Okay. Let me first say, before we go look, that this is my property. I own 26 acres. I own probably another, I'm shooting into a big pile of dirt. There's a stump behind that. There's a big mound of dirt behind that. And I own all the property behind there. It's fairly even. I'm shooting down towards the ground. So I'm fairly confident that we're shooting fairly safely here. But as I say, even if I go past there several hundred more yards, it's still my property, so I'm not concerned about it. So let's go take a look and see what we got. I have the gun open. As you can see, we're going to walk down. The gun is open. It's safe, so we're going to walk down and take a look and see what we got.
Holy mother of God, man.
Okay, as you can see, this is the shot. First of all, this right here is not a shot. I tried to nail this to the stump. The nail I had to move up here. So this here, you have to disregard that. This is what I was shooting at. And for the first shot with a bore sight, now this is why I want to shoot at like 50 yards as opposed to go right to 100. Because I would assume if I shot 100 yards, I'd be way out here somewhere. So I'm going to take a couple clicks over, move it a couple clicks to the left, and we'll pop another one. And as soon as I get this in this square area here, then I'm going to consider that I'm good enough for 50 yards, and then I'm safe to go a little further, maybe to 75 yards, let us say. But that for the first shot, first time, right out of the gate, with my shooting ability, I'm happy with that. Alright, so since we shot it the first time, I'm going to take a quick look at this. There's nothing in there, it's not loaded. I haven't done anything since we went down to look at the target. So since that was the maiden voyage, I'm going to take a look at this and make sure that we're okay and everything looks okay, nothing's split or busted or stressed or whatever. Scope is still on tight. Actually, this back screw is a little loose, so I'm glad we checked that. So we're going to take a little turn on this here. Okay. Alright, I should have had a wider screwdriver blade. Okay, I took 10 clicks to the left. So we're going to try 10 clicks to the left and see what that happens. Hopefully tightening that scope up didn't move us any, but we'll see. I'm sure I checked it when I bore sighted it, but we're going to go for round number 2 here. You need to move back over here. Okay, are you still okay? Alright. Dirt flying, so. I don't see it. I don't see it, but let's go see what we got. Maybe I jerked when I saw it. Let's go see what we got. Okay, we got the gun empty. And we're going to go down and take another one. Okay, now I'm all the way out here. I did 10 clicks left. So I went from here to here. So to me, that's left. Well, now I'm going to try 10 clicks to the right because I don't think I pulled it that far. As you can see, I'm still, elevation is still good. But left to right, the windage isn't right. So I'm going to go back my 10. And then that was too much. So maybe 3 more. I'll do 13 to the right this time. I think I should have gone left, but I'm going to try to the right now. Looking at this, I just made one more adjustment, but I'm looking at my gun, looking at my scope, and it looks like, I don't know if you can see that shiny spot right there, but it looks like the scope has moved forward from the recoil. Now, this came as one unit, I think. So I'm going to go, see these lines on here? Mm-hmm. Looks like this has moved forward, and I unfortunately, I didn't bring an Allen wrench, and that looks like that's up a little further than the other ones are, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to tighten this all up before I think maybe I'll shoot one more now that I'm aware of that. I think I'm going to shoot one more, and then I think we'll call it even. That'll be 4 shots. I'll go home, I'll clean it, I'll check all the screws up, and hopefully we'll hit the tape on this one, and if we do, then we're going to call this good, and then I'll go check this and make sure everything's good. It looks like it's still on the gun level and square and everything. Doesn't look like it's jumped around, but maybe it's just a little loose, or maybe I just didn't notice those marks on there before, but I noticed them now. So it looks like we got maybe ½ inch over here, pretty much centered over here. So we'll shoot one more and we'll see what we got. That's still far right. So I'll make adjustments, but it's not adjusting the thing any. So this must be loose a little bit. I think we're going to take this home. I just shot those. They're all right now. So this doesn't look like it appeared to have moved any, but they all seem to be going right. And I don't think that I'm pulling it right. I may be, but I don't think so. Yeah, it looks like that one went to the right as well. Let's go take one more look at it. Okay, so I took a couple more shots. I took 5 shots altogether. And I'm not gaining any ground. I'm making a lot of adjustment, and there's no consistency to it. So I'm looking at this closer, and now I see, before I had ½ inch, now I got more movement here. And the scope is absolutely moving. I don't have set screw Allen keys or hex keys to tighten these up. So I'm not going to shoot anymore. I'm going to take this back. I'm going to move the scope back this way just a little bit, again, to where it was. Go over the whole thing, tighten it all up, and tighten these screws up. I don't want to mess with these either, because that narrow screwdriver I have is not being kind to this. So I'm going to move the scope back, tighten these all up, and re-bore sight it, because I made a lot of adjustment to this, and it does not seem to be getting any better. It's still shooting in the same area, but I can't sight it obviously with the scope moving around. So we're going to stop, hold what we got, and we'll take this home and tighten everything up, and then we'll try her again for a different day. Alright, so we're going to wrap it up for the day. We put the gun away. As I said, we're going to go home and go over everything and tighten everything up. We did look at the earlier video that we shot of it, and the scope definitely is moving, so there's no sense shooting the thing, because you can't get any kind of accuracy if the scope's moving around. I thought I went over all that, but I've had that gun, as I said at the beginning, for probably at least a year, and I haven't fired it, so I don't remember when I put it together. Maybe I went over it. I guess maybe I didn't. So we'll check that out, and then the next time we come, tomorrow, next weekend, or whatever, we'll pick up where we left off and see if we can't finish sighting it in. So we're going to call it a day and head on home. This is Mike for PA Woodlands. Until next time, find yourself in the woods.